Hi guys, I know I've been a terrible vlogger. I have not vlogged to you all this week. Let me tell you what's been going on. So I vlogged to you all on Saturday. On Sunday, my husband ended up having to work, so I took the children to church, and then we come home, and then we got busy being lazy, and cuddled on the couch and watched movies, and then yesterday was a rainy day, and we did absolutely nothing besides housework, and I didn't really think that you wanted to follow me around while I did housework. Then yesterday was another kind of rainy day, but yet I stayed really busy trying to catch up on just a little bit more housework that needed to be completed. But I'm here today. I didn't start it early this morning. There's no really good reason why I didn't start early this morning other than my kids. I have two that have the snuffles, and so they've really just wanted some extra mommy time. And so I didn't think having a camera in their face was going to be all that great of mommy time. So I have been doing this Good Morning Girls study with a group, Soaring Closer to God, and we have really been diving in deep with Luke. And last week we did a verse, and it really stuck out to my mind, and I wanted to kind of touch base with it today on the vlog, if that's okay. So, and it says on Luke 14, verse 25, and this is the NIV version. It says, large crowds were traveling with Jesus, and turning to them, he said, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother, his wife and his children, his brother and sister, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. And anyone who does not carry his cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. And that's actually verses 25 through 27. Those were verses that we talked about in the group. And it's laid heavily hearted on me, I guess I would say. When you're picking up the cross of Christ, what does it really mean? What is it going to do to you? This is just my interpretation of it, but I feel that that's when you let God take complete control of those that you surround yourself with, those that you associate with. I know I've lost many friends because of my beliefs. I've had some really close friends that I've had to quit associating with because not necessarily that they were being disrespectful to me, but they would harm my walk with Christ. And that's what he's talking about. We have to be able and willing to forsake everyone else just for him. We can't just have it. We can't have our cake and eat it too. We are either with Christ or we're against him. And that's a hard thought when you think about it with your children. So how do you do that with your children? How do you go about saying, okay, no? Mine are actually, only 9, 3, and 2. So I haven't really had to deal with the hard things on that. And I would love to hear some input on how you all have dealt with that. I know praying for those are one way to deal with it. But I don't know how that you would go about just completely turning your back. And that's where I think that it has left me kind of stumped. Because we do love the other people, and I care greatly for the past relationships that I've had and lost, and I know, I pray for them daily, and I think about them often, and such. So how do you do that with your children? That's a really hard thought. But then I got to thinking also, God sent his only son here, and he knew that his son was going to be crucified. And it's not like God is saying, your sons or daughters are going to be crucified. He's just saying, if you're not willing to forsake them, then I don't need you with me. And so then that got me to pondering, and it really got me to really thinking about it even more so because, like I said, I've been pondering this for quite a little bit. I think the true message is that you have to be willing to do what God wants you to do at all times. You can't have a hang up like, my kid has soccer, I can't go talk to that person today about Christ. I know that you want me to, but I just can't. I've got laundry to fold or dishes to wash. You have to be on call for him. And he never puts anything on your plate that you can't handle. And then I think back of Logan, my oldest son. He is constantly expressing his faith to other people. And then I think, why don't I do that? You know, we could take a lot of lessons from our children if we would just watch them and pay attention because they're new and they still got that pizzazz with them. So I don't think that he's necessarily saying have nothing to do with the unbelievers, but yet pray for them. He's not saying forsake your family. He is saying, if you can't drop everything on a dime's notice when I need you, then don't bother. And that is something we have to ask ourselves. Are you willing to drop everything because God wants you to do something? Or are we going to be the type of person who says, oh, well, I'll do it later, and then later never comes? So there's a little food for thought for you. So until next time, just keep soaring for Him. Bye.